Honorable Justice Guru Rajan, former Upalokayukta, has arrived in the function hall. Welcome, sir. I request all the officers who are outside the conference hall to please enter and please occupy your seats. I request Srimati Usha Rani, Honorable Registrar Karnataka Lokayukta, to escort the guests to the dais. A very good morning to all of you gathered here. With permission to commence the function, I sincerely request the dignitaries and the audience to rise for a national anthem. It's indeed a blessed day to our institution, a ceremony to make a new beginning. New endeavor requires auspicious blessings. May I now request Srimati Parimala and Srimati Sudha to invoke the blessings of Almighty through their invocation.
गाइए गणपति जगवंदना शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन गाइए गणपति जगवंदना सिद्धि सदन गजवदन विनायक कृपा सिंधु सुंदर सबलायक मोदक प्रिय मुद मंगलदाता मोदक प्रिय मुद मंगलदाता गाइए गणपति जगवंदना विद्यावारिधि बुद्धि विदाता विद्यावारिधि बुद्धि विदाता मांगत तुलसीदास कर जोरे मांगत तुलसीदास कर जोरे बस ही राम सिय मानस मोरे बस ही राम सिय मानस मोरे गाइए गणपति जगवंदन शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन गाइए गणपति जगवंदना.
Thank you, Madam Parimala and Srimati Sudha, for invoking the blessings. All of us who are associated with this institution are extremely happy to have the gracious presence of the constitution head of our state, Shri Tawarchand Gehlot, Honorable Governor of Karnataka in today's function. We are equally proud that Honorable Lokayukta and Honorable Upalokayuktas, past and present, have graced this occasion. I now request Srimati Usha Rani, Registrar Karnataka Lokayukta, to introduce Honorable Governor and to render welcome address.
Good morning to all. Honorable Governor of Karnataka, Honorable Lokayukta, Honorable Upalokayukta, Additional Director General of Police Lokayukta, former Honorable Lokayukta, former Honorable Upalokayuktas, distinguished invitees, print and media friends, officers and staff of Lokayukta family. It is a very special day in the institution of Lokayukta. It is said that to the soul of India, sacrifice appeals more than success. We are very fortunate to have with us one such personality, Shri Thawarchand Gehlot, Honorable Governor of Karnataka, who accepted our invitation to inaugurate the new website. Shri Thawarchand Gehlot, Honorable Governor, was born on 18/5/1948 at Rupeta village in Nagda Taluk, Ujjain district, Madhya Pradesh, to Shri Ramlal Gehlot and Srimati Sumanbai. Honorable Governor has served the nation in various capacities since 1962 and has got elected as MLA of Alot Legislative Constituency for 3 times, Lok Sabha MP for 4 times, Rajya Sabha MP for 2 times, and Minister of State during the years 1990 to 1992. Honorable Governor was Union Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment from May 2019 to July 2021. I, on behalf of Karnataka Lokayukta and everyone present here, extend a cordial and respectful welcome to the Honorable Governor to this function. Launching of new website is the brainchild of Honorable Lokayukta. This concept of introducing user-friendly platform stemmed from his zeal to maintain transparency and to ensure better functioning of the institution. It is my pleasure to welcome Honorable Justice P. Vishwanatha Shetty, Lokayukta, to this function. Honorable Upalokayukta has always been a source of inspiration and guidance to us, and he has been a pillar of strength as we try to bring this program to fruition. It is my pleasure to welcome Honorable Justice B.S. Patil, Upalokayukta, to this function. The Additional Director General of Police, Lokayukta, is of positive approach and immediately offered to support us in every possible way. I welcome Shri Prashant Kumar Thakur, ADGP, to this function. Honorable Justice N. Santosh Hegde, former Lokayukta, Honorable Justice Gururajan, Honorable Justice Chandrasekharaya, Honorable Justice Shubha Sadi, former Upalokayuktas, are present here. It is my great pleasure to welcome all their lordships to this function. The very object of creating new website is to ensure transparency and cater to the convenience of the public. This can be realized with the help of media, which acts as bridge in conveying the information to the general public. I welcome press and media friends to this function. I also welcome my esteemed colleague judges, chief engineer and all other engineers, officers of Raj Bhavan and all police officers of this institution and learned advocates present here. Last but not least, I welcome all the officials and staff of Lokayukta institution who have worked hard in executing the decision of Honorable Lokayukta and Honorable Upalokayukta with speed and efficiency. My thanks to all. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.
We now come to an important phase of this function of inauguration of new website of Karnataka Lokayukta. I now request Sri Tawarjan Gehlot, Honorable Governor of Karnataka, to kindly do the honors by lighting the lamp. I request other dignitaries on the dais to join Honorable Governor. In order to have transparency in the functioning of the institution and to provide timely information to the complainants, respondents, and public at large relating to all the cases, steps have been taken for publishing substantial information about the working of the institution in the new website by upgrading the existing website. I now take privilege to briefly inform the media friends, dignitaries, and the members of the audience about the salient features of this website, new website. At the same time, I request all of you to please glance towards the TV screens installed in this hall to know how the website can be accessed and used. In the new website of Karnataka Lokayukta institution, the following information will be provided to the general public. At first, the history and establishment of Karnataka Lokayukta institution, objects, reasons, and bird's eye view and jurisdiction of this institution can be accessed by the link titled as About Us. The next important link is how to file a complaint. The procedure for filing the complaint against government or public servants and the soft copy of Forms 1 and 2 prescribed for filing the complaint are found under this head. Another important link in this website is about the status of the complaint and the inquiry status. The stages of the complaint and department inquiry cases are reflected under this head. Another important link provided is regarding the cause lists. The inquiry cases listed for hearing on the next day will be published on the previous day itself for the convenience of the advocates and complainants, witnesses. Further, another important link is the online display board relating to domestic and departmental inquiries which are displayed in this head. This is to enable the delinquent government officials, advocates, defense assistants, and the witnesses to appear before the concerned inquiry officers at appropriate time without waiting for their case to be called. The next link or menu would be the pending cases. The statistics of the pending complaint cases and departmental inquiries separately pertaining to the jurisdiction of Honorable Lokayukta and Honorable Upalokayuktas, and also the section-wise pending cases can be accessed here. The statistics of miscellaneous cases wherein complaints are not filed in prescribed forms 1 and 2 are also available under this caption. Once the cases are disposed, the statistics of the disposal of complaints, domestic enquiries, and miscellaneous complaints can be accessed under the link Disposal of Cases. Further, all the scrutiny notes and orders passed in respect of the closed complaints are available under the caption Complaint Status Stage Details in PDF form. The statistics and reports sent under Section 12 Clause 1 of Karnataka Lokayukta Act since the year 2017 are also found under the head regarding reports. Statistics regarding the reports sent under Section 12 Clause 3 of the Karnataka Lokayukta Act since the year 2017 are also available in this caption. As far as reports in disciplinary inquiries are concerned, the statistics, recommendations, and inquiry reports sent to the competent authority since the year 2017 are also available under separate head. Action taken reports is a very important link provided under this new website. The recommendations in which action taken reports are not received from the competent authorities, ranging from 4 months to 3 years, have been uploaded in this link. Another important menu in this website is regarding the reports under Section 12 Clause 5 of Karnataka Lokayukta Act sent to the Honorable Governor of Karnataka. This can also be accessed. Details of pending cases before the special Lokayukta courts in all the districts of Karnataka in connection with the charge sheets filed by Lokayukta Police, cases pending before Honorable High Court as well as Honorable Karnataka State Administrative Tribunal can also be accessed under separate menu. Another important link provided in this new website is regarding the sanction for prosecution. The cases in which fresh sanctions are awaited or rejected from the competent authority are found under this caption of sanction for prosecution. Details of suo motu cases registered by Honorable Lokayukta, Honorable Upalokayuktas, and also orders passed in the public interest cases, including removal of encroachment on public properties, rejuvenation of tanks, lakes, etc., can also be found in this new website. We all know that Right to Information Act and our institution have a separate and special bonding. Information under Section 4 Clause 1A and Section 4 Clause 1B of the Right to Information Act and the option for filing online applications are also made available in this head. Apart from this, annual administration reports, important circulars as per the directions of Honorable Lokayukta to the police officers to visit various government offices, including schools, hostels, to monitor and report about the maladministration, corruption, encroachment of lakes are also found under this head. In order to aid the inquiry officers, presenting officers, and advocates, a separate head under statutes is provided wherein acts and rules which are related to the functioning of this institution are found under the said caption. Forum number 4 is another important link wherein assets and liabilities statements of public servants are available under this head. The important judgments which the inquiry officers mostly require, passed by Honorable High Court and Honorable Supreme Court of India relating to this institution, are also available under a separate caption. Another important menu is the profile. Under this head, under this menu, the profiles of Honorable Lokayukta, Honorable Upalokayukta, former Lokayuktas, former Upalokayuktas, names, telephone numbers, email addresses. Apart from that, the present working address, phone numbers, and email addresses of the officers in administrative wing, enquiry wing, technical wing, and police wing are available separately in this caption. The important news coverages relating to Karnataka Lokayukta are also available under the menu gallery. That apart, the sanction strength, working strength, and vacancy position of the officers in Karnataka Lokayukta can also be found under separate menu. This, in short, about the bird's eye view of the salient features that are available under the new website. Ladies and gentlemen, our institution is ably assisted by the police wing, which is in a way an important branch of this institution. This function is graced by the guardian of the Karnataka Lokayukta Police, Shri Prashant Kumar Thakur, Additional Director General of Police. Sir, I now request you to kindly address the gathering.
His Excellency Shri Thawarchand Gehlotji, Honorable Governor of Karnataka, Justice P. Vishwanath Shetty, Honorable Lokayukta, State of Karnataka, Justice B.S. Patil, Honorable Upalokayukta, State of Karnataka, distinguished guests, colleagues, friends, and members of the media. It's indeed a matter of great privilege, honor, and pleasure for me to speak in front of you on the occasion of the launch of the new website of this august institution. The Karnataka Lokayukta, firmly anchored in the Karnataka Lokayukta Act of 1984, has over 3 decades has persevered in his endeavors to improve governance in Karnataka, including making it accountable to citizens in whom, as a holy body, resides the ultimate sovereignty in a democracy. In these years, this institution has dedicated itself to raising the standard of general administration by inquiring into complaints of corruption, favoritism, and maladministration. People turn to the Lokayukta in their most vulnerable times. I am happy to report that this faith in the Lokayukta has seldom been frustrated. Working under the guidance and control of the Honorable Lokayuktha, the three wings of the institution, that is the inquiry wing, the technical wing, and the police wing, go about their tasks in tandem in a spirit of the service to the common man. The police wing of Karnataka is headed by an officer of the Additional Director General of Police rank, ably assisted by 22 superintendents of police and DSPs and inspectors, along with the staff. Currently, apart from the investigation of cases that has been registered up to February 2016, inquiries into complaints received from the public are also being handled by the police wing. In the past 2 years, when much of the administration of life was crippled on account of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Lokayuktha has not been found wanting. As the annual administrative report of the Karnataka Lokayuktha will testify, our work here continued despite and indeed in spite of the tremendous obstacles that were encountered. For example, during the past 3 months, on the Honorable Lokayuktha's initiative and directions, the officers of the police wing visited schools, colleges, and hostels across the state to emphasize the need to both the authorities as well as the students for taking all COVID-19 precautions. Prior to this, earlier in the year, visits to the hospitals across the state were undertaken to ensure that they were properly and adequately geared up to face the mutating challenges from the pandemic confronting the country and the state. Visits to government offices in support of the Honorable Lokayuktha and Upalokayuktha, while keeping the administration on its toes, also provided direct opportunities to provide for the people an instant succor and address specific instances of maladministration, sending a very positive and reassuring signal to the public that while at the same time serving as a caution and reminder to the public authorities to remain true to their duty in the service of the common person. In order to further the cause of transparency and accessibility, the new website of the Karnataka Lokayuktha is being launched today. This will, I am certain, prove to be of immense benefit and will go a long way to the common citizen, as it will provide all information needed for them in order to exercise their right to justice in a speedy, open, and efficient manner. The significance of this intervention cannot be overstated. In all this, the guidance, support, and encouragement of the Honorable Lokayuktha and the Honorable Lokayuktha have proved invaluable. I would like to thank the Honorable Governor for his gracious presence on this occasion on a day that marks a milestone in the history of this institution. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.
This institution has indeed raised the bar in protecting the people who seek justice. Thank you for your kind address, sir. Honorable Justice B.S. Patil, Honorable Upalokayuktha, State of Karnataka, has graced this occasion. His Lordship is a guiding factor and a source of inspiration. His Lordship has been discharging the duties of both posts of Upalokayuktha, turning out significant volume of work. His advice and guidance has immensely helped in strengthening this premier institution. I now request His Lordship to address the gathering.
Honorable Governor of Karnataka, Honorable Lokayuktha Justice Vishwanath Shetty, Honorable former Lokayuktha Justice Santosh Hegde, Honorable Upalokayukta's former Upalokayukta's Justice Gururajan, Justice Chandrasekharaya, and Justice Subhash Adi. Sri Prashant Kumar Thakur, Additional Director General Police, the Registrar of this esteemed institution, the distinguished officers of this institution, judicial officers, police officers, and other officers and staff, friends from the print and news media, other distinguished invitees. You have been rightly and exhaustively apprised of the contents of the website that has been launched today by the head of the state. There are two important reasons why the information pertaining to this institution has to be made easily accessible to the general public. The first and the most important factor being the accessibility of information to the public regarding their complaints, the stages of their complaints, result of their complaints, whether their grievance has been redressed, how it has been redressed, how the allegations have been investigated, whether the erring public servants have been found guilty, whether they have been ultimately dealt with, punished. Why all this has to go to the knowledge and information of the public? Because the institution is meant for the public to redress their grievance, to infuse confidence in them, to make them feel secure and safe, and that when there are no other officers in the hierarchy to immediately redress their grievance, this institution steps in and takes up their cause and redresses it. If this trust and confidence, if this security is ensured, then they will feel that justice is available and that they are cared for and their rights are valued. We see umpteen number of times how the challenges faced by the people, problems faced by them, have pushed them into distress, disappointment, and several times desperate and disgusting situations. Be it on account of natural calamities or on account of man-made problems, their miseries have been unfolding every day in different dimensions. Particularly the unprecedented and very painful times that we have undergone in the recent past due to pandemic and also due to natural calamities, their problems have shown up in greater magnitude. And as a result of this, when the state steps in rightly with several welfare measures, though they are envisioned in well thought of and well envisioned, but in the matter of implementation, when it has to reach to the affected person, actually there are so many deficiencies and lacuna. As a result, the frustration further gets worsened, and it is at this juncture the complaints flood into this institution, and it is a daunting task for us to deal with it, deal with them effectively, deal with them satisfactorily and expeditiously. In fact, number of such cases we have seen, redressed, answered and gone through in the recent past. And if all this has to go to their minds, if at a click of a button, if they can find out how this work has been done and how their grievance has been addressed, then they will be definitely in a position to feel safe, feel secure, and come up with more and more grievances so that their life becomes safe and protected. In fact, one of the instances when I visited the northern parts of the state, Gulbarga, Bijapur, Bagalkot and Belgaum, I found that open defecation has been a menace, a painful menace, and it persists despite the large-scale measures introduced by the state to provide the measures for establishing toilets. The amount is utilized, amount is used, either the toilets are not constructed or they are constructed but are not put to use, and because of the complicity of some of the officials, the schemes are not realized in their full potentiality. As a result, the misery continues, and in the midst of this pandemic, you can imagine how any kind of diseases can spread in such situations. So we have taken it as one of the mission to ensure that in each talukas, in each gram panchayat, a list of beneficiaries is prepared, defaulters are prepared, they are dealt with, officers who are complicit in this are dealt with seriously, so that the measures which are beneficial for the people really reach them and people also use them properly. So all this, if it is shown to them, if it reaches them, they definitely, the mission, our target, our mission, our focus, commitment gets satisfied. In fact, the expectation from this institution is mounting as a result of great work that has been done by the past Lokayukta and Upalokayuktas who have created this institution, who have made this institution as one of the best models for serving the people. And there are challenging things, new things that are coming up because of new problems. And we have to constantly strive to achieve the best in the working of this institution. That ongoing work is going on under the leadership of our Honorable Lokayukta, who was very keen to introduce this. He was after each one of the officers concerned to have this completed in a time frame, and congratulations to him and congratulations to the persons who are associated in making this as a reality. I am singularly happy in seeing that the Honorable Head of the State has inaugurated the launching of this website, and I hope it will be of great use to every one of us. Thank you very much.
It's an undisputed fact that this institution has rendered justice to those affected people who have trust and confidence in this institution. Thank you, my Lord, for your kind address. Honorable Justice P. Vishwanath Shetty, Honorable Lokayukta, State of Karnataka, has presided over this function. As we all know, he is the steering force behind this institution, a great personality and a fatherly figure. There is no hesitation to accept the fact that His Lordship has untiringly infused strength and stability by his acts and deeds to strengthen the pillars of this institution. Launching of this new website is His Lordship's idea to make this institution more accessible and friendly to the public. I now request His Lordship to deliver his presidential address.
Honorable Governor of Karnataka, Shri Thawarchand Gehlot, Honorable former Lokayuktha, Justice Santosh Hegde, my esteemed brother, Honorable Upalokaयुक्त Justice B.S. Patil, former Upalokaयुक्tas, Honorable Justice Gururaj, Honorable Justice Chandrasekharaya, Honorable Justice Subhash Adi, Chief of the Police Wing, Prashant Kumar Thakur, Additional Director General of Police, Registrar of the Lokayukta, Srimati Usha Rani, distinguished invitees, members of the Lokayukta family, members of the media, both print and electronic, members of the Raj Bhavan who are invited, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, let me immensely thank the Honorable Governor of Karnataka, Shri Thawarchand Gehlot, for graciously accepting our invitation and associating himself in this program this morning. The fact that the Honorable Governor has associated himself and released the new website or up-to-date website clearly indicates the commitment of the Honorable Governor for transparency and objectivity in administration. Sir, on behalf of the Lokayukta family, let me again immensely thank you and express our gratitude for having accepted the invitation and released the website. This is a small step taken by the Lokayukta institution as a whole in an attempt to strengthen this institution. This institution is required, must be strengthened and empowered in the interest of around more than 600 crores of people of this state. On the recommendation made by the Administrative Reforms Commission, Lokayukta institutions came to be established throughout the country. This institution, Karnataka Lokayukta particularly, has gained the reputation of being one of the most powerful institutions of Lokayuktas in the country. The credit for that goes to the former Lokayuktas who have presided over this institution. One of them, Honorable Justice Santosh Hegde, is here, and 3 other Upalokayuktas are also here. Institutional integrity is developed and strengthened on account of the contribution made by the people, officers, staff, Lokayuktas and Upalokayuktas who man that institution. It is not done in a day or 2 or months or years. It is a constant process required to be done, devoted by the people who are managing the institution. There are several ways of strengthening the institution. We thought information technology must be made use of, and for that a up-to-date website has to be launched so that it may be of great use to the members of the public. The object of this website is manifold. One of them, to bring about transparency and objectivity within the institution. within the institution, we wanted to imbibe or inculcate efficiency and transparency. On account of that, every month we are releasing the website. In the website, it will be highlighted how many matters are disposed of by each of the inquiry officers, how many matters are considered by the Upalokayuctas and Lokayuctas. It is open to the members of the public to know how the Lokayukta is functioned. This is a message we want to send to other departments of the governments. They also should follow what is happening in the Lokayukta and put it in public domain. The functioning of each one of the staff in the government department, so that public will know what is happening, how the administration is being run by the government. The whole object of establishment of the Lokayukta is to bring about transparency and objectivity in government administration. The object of transparency and objectivity in government administration is to give relief to the people of this state. The two functions of the Lokayukta are: one, redressal of grievances; another, taking action for maladministration. If the maladministration is curtailed, redressal of grievances takes care of. Therefore, we have to, every member of this Lokayukta family must, I have been always saying in a closed door meeting, every one of you must think you are a Lokayukta by yourself. That means you may not have that power. You have that much of responsibility. If you strengthen the Lokayukta institution, there is one weak point we have. I do not mention to it in this program, in the presence of the governor. It is in the public domain how the Lokayukta is in a certain area cannot effectively function. I hope good days will come and Lokayukta institution will be further strengthened. We also want, by this putting these things in public domain, to reduce the number of RTI applications. Whenever these informations are available to public, RTI application need not be filed. Suspicion about the functioning of the Lokayukta is eradicated, is avoided. Several things now we are anxiously awaiting to hear the advice from our Honorable Governor for the benefit of all of us, for the benefit of the state of Karnataka. Therefore, I don't propose to continue further. One thing I must state, our police wing is strong today. Very few positions are kept vacant. Out of 22 SPs, we have 22 are filled up. Out of 42 deputy superintendent of police, 39 are filled up. So also is the position in other level. Chief engineer is there, engineering staff is there. And we have instructed all our police staff to cooperate with the district administration, either in the vaccination matter or supporting the hospitals, admitting the patients in several matters. We have instructed our police wing in the state and in Bangalore to cooperate with the district administration to contain COVID-19 epidemic and strictly follow the protocol laid down by the government. I thank the Honorable Governor for associating himself with this program and all of you for responding to our invitation. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Public trust and transparency go hand in hand. No doubt, sir, the new website will infuse that trust, transparency within the institution as expected. I thank His Lordship for his message and the presidential address. Ladies and gentlemen, the significance attached to the new website of this institution of Lokayukta can be seen in the very fact that no less than the head of the state, the Honorable Governor, has been invited to inaugurate the website. He has graced this occasion and has dedicated the website to the people of our state. I take privilege to say that we are fortunate that Honorable Governor, who is a man of vast experience and known for dedicated service to this nation in various capacities, is amongst us today to share his valuable thoughts. अब मैं माननीय राज्यपाल से निवेदन करता हूं कि कृपया सभा को संबोधित करने की कृपा करें. I now request Honorable Governor to address us.
कर्नाटक लोकायुक्त की नई वेबसाइट के शुभारंभ अवसर पर मंच पर उपस्थित माननीय न्यायमूर्ति पी विश्वनाथ शेट्टी जी, जो कर्नाटक राज्य के लोकायुक्त हैं, माननीय न्यायमूर्ति बी एस पाटिल साहब, जो कर्नाटक राज्य के उप लोकायुक्त हैं, एडीजीपी कर्नाटक लोकायुक्त श्री प्रशांत कुमार जी ठाकुर साहब, श्रीमती उषा रानी, रजिस्ट्रार कर्नाटक लोकायुक्त, सम्माननीय अतिथिगण, प्रिंट एवं इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया के मित्र, मंच संचालन कर रहे श्रीमान चंद्रशेखर जी, देवी और सज्जनों, मैं आप सबको सादर प्रणाम करता हूं और आप सबका हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं। भारत में संवैधानिक लोकपाल की अवधारणा को पहली बार 1960 में संसद में तत्कालीन लॉ मिनिस्टर ने अवधारणा प्रस्तुत करते हुए प्रस्तुत किया था। लोकपाल तथा लोकायुक्त अधिनियम 2013 ने संघ के लिए लोकपाल और राज्यों के लिए लोकायुक्त संस्था की व्यवस्था का प्रावधान किया। आप सबको इस प्रकार की जानकारी होगी, मैं तो केवल दोहराने का काम कर रहा हूँ। कर्नाटक लोकायुक्त संस्था का सृजन जनसाधारण को स्वच्छ प्रशासन प्रदान करने की दृष्टि से लोक सेवकों के विरुद्ध कार्य निष्पादन में लापरवाही एवं पद के दुरुपयोग संबंधी शिकायतों पर स्वतंत्र एवं निष्पक्ष रूप से जांच एवं अन्वेषण करने हेतु लोकायुक्त तथा उप लोकायुक्त का कर्नाटक अधिनियम 1984 के अंतर्गत लागू हुआ। लोकायुक्त से यह अपेक्षा की गई है कि शिकायत या स्वप्रेरणा के आधार पर प्रारंभ की गई जांच एवं अन्वेषण के माध्यम से लोक प्रशासन में शुचिता का विकास और स्वच्छ शासन प्रशासन, निष्पक्षता एवं संवेदनशीलता लाने हेतु सतत प्रयास कर रहे हैं। ये संस्थान दोषी लोक सेवकों को दंड देने और निर्दोष को संरक्षण देने के सिद्धांत का अनुसरण करता है। यह संस्था लोक सेवकों के विरुद्ध प्राप्त प्रत्येक शिकायत का गहन परीक्षण कर विषय की सच्चाई की तह तक पहुंचने का प्रयास करती है और उस पर निर्णय करती है। शिकायतों के गहन परीक्षण के लिए संस्थान में इंक्वायरी विंग, टेक्निकल विंग, ऑडिट सेल और पुलिस विंग भी शामिल है। लोकहित के अनेकों मामलों में कर्नाटक लोकायुक्त और उप लोकायुक्त ने स्वतः संज्ञान लेकर के बहुत सारे मामलों में कार्रवाई की है। मुझे ये कहते हुए खुशी है कि पिछले वर्ष कोविड-19 महामारी के प्रकोप के बावजूद लोकायुक्त और उप लोकायुक्त में 3,293 शिकायतें और 368 अनुशासनात्मक मामलों का कर्नाटक लोकायुक्त द्वारा निपटारा किया गया और 228 मामलों में अधिनियम की धारा 12(1) और 12(3) के तहत सक्षम प्राधिकारी को रिपोर्ट भेजी गई। व्यवस्था में मानवीय दखल को कम करके तकनीकी के उपयोग को वरीयता देने की माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी की सोच से पारदर्शिता और सुशासन का मार्ग प्रशस्त होगा। इसी सोच के साथ संस्थान में कामकाज में पारदर्शिता लाने और सभी मामलों में संबंधित शिकायतकर्ताओं, प्रतिवादियों और जनता को समय पर जानकारी प्रदान करने के लिए मौजूदा वेबसाइट का अपग्रेडेशन किया गया है। इस वेबसाइट के क्या क्या लाभ हैं, संचालनकर्ता ने और मेरे पूर्व वक्ताओं ने विस्तार से बताए हैं, फिर भी मैं कुछ बातों का उल्लेख करना उचित समझता हूँ। संस्था की स्थापना और उसके उद्देश्य की जानकारी देना, सरकारी लोक सेवकों के खिलाफ शिकायत दर्ज करने की प्रक्रिया की जानकारी देना, शिकायत और डी मामलों की स्थिति की जानकारी, शिकायत मामलों और डी मामलों में अगली तारीख जिस दिन सुनवाई होना है उसकी जानकारी, समीक्षा नोट, ऑर्डर की प्रति। वर्ष 2017 से कर्नाटक लोकायुक्त अधिनियम 1984 की विभिन्न धाराओं के अंतर्गत भेजी गई सांख्यिकी की रिपोर्ट भी इसमें सम्मिलित है। लोकायुक्त उप लोकायुक्तों द्वारा स्व प्रेरणा से दर्ज मामलों का विवरण भी है। कर्नाटक लोकायुक्त से संबंध, कार्य नियम और अधिनियम की जानकारी भी इसमें है। विभिन्न प्रकार के फॉर्म, प्रारूप आदि की जानकारी भी है। उपरोक्त जानकारियों के साथ साथ बहुत सारी अन्य महत्वपूर्ण जानकारियां भी इस नई वेबसाइट से प्राप्त हो सकेगी। मुझे विश्वास है कि वेबसाइट के अपग्रेडेशन से बहुत से कार्य सुगम होंगे और नागरिकों को शीघ्र, सहज और सस्ता न्याय प्राप्त करने की सुविधा उपलब्ध होगी। मैं नई वेबसाइट की भूमिका बनाने वाले अधिकारियों और तकनीक टीम को उनके द्वारा किए गए सुझावों को, जिन्होंने लोकायुक्त को मजबूत करने के लिए उठाए गए प्रभावी कदमों की सराहना करता हूँ। यहाँ न्यायाधीशगण बैठे हैं, पूर्व लोकायुक्त महोदय हेगड़े साहब बैठे हैं, अन्य भी कानूनविद बैठे हैं। निश्चित रूप से वो सब महसूस कर रहे होंगे कि वेबसाइट ऑपरेट करने से निश्चित रूप से लोकायुक्त को अपनी कार्यप्रणाली में भी सुधार करने का अवसर मिलेगा। मुझे कर्नाटक लोकायुक्त की नई वेबसाइट का उद्घाटन करने का अवसर मिला है, मुझे यहाँ बुलाया है। मैं इसलिए लोकायुक्त का और मंचस्थ अतिथियों का और आपका आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ। आप सभी को नव वर्ष की शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ। अपनी वाणी को विराम देता हूँ। आप सबको धन्यवाद देता हूँ। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
On behalf of this institution, of Karnataka Lokayukta, the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, and everyone present here, I heartily thank Honorable Governor for his wonderful address and message given. ಹೊಸ ಜಾಲತಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಲಭ್ಯವಿರುವ ಸಮರ್ಪಕ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯ ಕೈಪಿಡಿಯನ್ನು ಮಾಧ್ಯಮ ಮಿತ್ರರೊಂದಿಗೆ ಹಂಚಿಕೊಳ್ಳಲಾಗುವುದು. ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಜನತೆಗೆ ಆ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಪತ್ರಿಕೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಕಟಿಸುವ ಮೂಲಕ ಹಂಚಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತೆ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಪರವಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಕಳಕಳಿಯಿಂದ ಕೋರುತ್ತೇನೆ. A separate handout containing the salient features of the new website of Karnataka Lokayukta will be distributed to our media friends. On behalf of the institution, I request all of you in the print media and electronic media to give wide publicity of the information available on the new website. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached the last stage of the function. I now request Sri Nagireddy, Secretary to Honorable Lokayukta, to deliver the vote of thanks.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Honorable dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, ladies and gentlemen, it is my proud privilege to propose vote of thanks on this august occasion of launching new website of Karnataka Lokayukta. We are deeply grateful to the Honorable Governor of Karnataka, Shri Tawarchand Gehlot, for accepting our invitation to inaugurate the new website of Karnataka Lokayukta and for delivering an enlightening address. His presence today in this function has immensely enhanced its importance. In spite of busy schedule, Honorable Governor has agreed to be part of this momentous occasion for Karnataka Lokayukta. On behalf of Karnataka Lokayukta, I express my sincere gratitude to Honorable Governor of Karnataka, Shri Tawarchand Gehlot. I request Honorable Lokayukta to present a book to Honorable Governor of Karnataka as a token of respect. I must express my gratitude to Honorable Lokayukta Shri Justice P. Vishwanath Shetty for presiding over this function and for delivering an enlightening address. His Lordship took initiative in holding this function and for deciding to invite Honorable Governor of Karnataka. On my own behalf and on behalf of everyone present here, I extend sincere thanks to Honorable Lokayukta, State of Karnataka. I would like to thank Honorable Shri Justice B.S. Patil, Honorable Upalokayukta, State of Karnataka, for his Lordship's valuable suggestions and guidance in designing the website and holding this function. I would like to thank Shri Prashant Kumar Thakur, IPS, Additional Director General of Police, Karnataka Lokayukta, for gracing this occasion as guest of honor. I would like to thank Srimati Usha Rani, Honorable Registrar, Karnataka Lokayukta, for delivering the welcome address. I extend my sincere thanks to Honorable Shri Justice N. Santosh Hegde, former Lokayukta, for gracing this occasion. I request Honorable Registrar to present a book to His Lordship as a token of our respect. I extend my sincere thanks to Honorable Justice Guru Rajan, Honorable Shri Justice Chandrasekharaya, Honorable Justice Subhash B. Adi, former Upalokayuktas, for gracing this occasion. I request Honorable Registrar to present a book to their Lordships as a token of our respect. I extend my sincere thanks to distinguished invitees, respected judicial officers, police officers, engineers, staff of Karnataka Lokayukta family, members of legal fraternity, representatives of NIC who have supported for developing the new website of Karnataka Lokayukta. I extend my special thanks to the friends from print and electronic media for accepting our invitation to be with us in this morning. I would like to thank everyone for making this function a grand success. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Nagireddy. with permission to conclude the function. I sincerely request the dignitaries and the audience to rise for national anthem. I request friends from media, members of SIT, Superintendent of Police, Vijayapura Lokayukta Police, and advocates to please stay back in the hall for having refreshments. At the same time, I request the learned presenting officers, judicial officers, and the staff to proceed towards your respective chambers, and lunch is arranged in the afternoon. Thank you.